Here's my 6-member audience. Today I'd like to start with sharing a personal story. When I was about 6 years old, my grandmother and me used to bake together. That's when I first discovered that I really had a passion for baking. I have been baking for years since then, and through that baking for years, I have had many trials and errors. And through these trials and errors, I have learned many things about what works and what doesn't work for baking. Baking is great for any occasion. It's great for birthdays or holidays, and it's also great if you really want to spend time with somebody else and have a good conversation starter. First today, I'm going to show you how to prepare to bake chocolate chip cookies. Second, I'm going to show you how to mix the ingredients. And third, I'm going to show you how to bake the product. First off, the preparation. First, we're going to need to gather all the things that we need to bake so we're prepared and we're ready to go. We're going to need a small mixing bowl, a large mixing bowl, a rubber spatula, a tablespoon, a non-stick pan, some baking soda, some salt, some flour, some brown sugar, regular sugar, butter, eggs, vanilla extract, chocolate chips, and a mixer. Then we're going to want to go ahead and preheat our oven to about 375 so that when we're done with all of this, we're ready to go and we can put our cookies in the oven. Next, I'm going to show you how we mix the ingredients. First, we're going to start off with our 2 1/4 cup of flour. We're going to put that in the small bowl. Then we're going to take our teaspoon of baking soda and put that in there. And we're going to take our teaspoon of salt and put that in there. We just want to go ahead and give this a quick little stir. Just mix it into the flour really good. Then we're going to move on to our larger bowl. And in this one, we're going to want to start with putting our 2 sticks of butter in it. And then we're going to want to add our 3/4 cup of regular sugar and our 3/4 cup of brown sugar. And then we're going to want to go ahead and add our teaspoon full of vanilla extract into this. Okay? And then we're going to go ahead and take our mixer and just give it a quick little mix. Which is why we have our rubber spatula on hand, just in case, get things a little better. Get that till it's like a pretty creamy texture. And then we're going to take our 2 eggs and we're going to go ahead and put that in there. And then we're going to gradually add in our flour mixture, which we already made. So let's just go put about half of it in there first. We'll mix that up and then we'll go ahead and put the other half in. Go ahead and scrape the sides, get all that in there into the mixture. You're going to want to mix that with your mixer as good as you can. And then you might need to hand mix it a little to really get everything in there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our 1 3/4 cup of chocolate chips. And we're just going to hand mix that in there. You don't want to use your mixer, or else you will ruin it. Just get that really in there until it looks like a nice chocolate chip cookie dough. And then we're going to move on to the baking step. Once this is all mixed together really nicely. And then we're going to move over and we're going to get our non-stick ungreased baking sheet. And we're going to take our tablespoon and just, kind of round it over the SO. And we're going to plop it down. That's a little bit small. Maybe a little bit bigger one. Into little cookie dough balls. And I would recommend that you put these about 2 inches apart from each other so that they don't bake together, as so. And then our oven should be preheated by now, so then you want to go ahead and you want to put them in there for about 9 to 11 minutes. And if you're not an expert baker, you don't have much experience baking, if you're not sure if the cookies are done, once you pull them out of the oven, you might want to take a toothpick and put it in the center. And if the dough sticks, then you need to put it back in there for a minute or two. And if it doesn't, then you're ready to let your cookies cool and enjoy them. In conclusion, I'd like to thank you all for coming today. I hope that you have learned something valuable and that you will use this recipe in the near future and enjoy it. I have made copies of the recipe on index cards for all of you, so if you'd like to go ahead and take one of those home with you, you'll have the recipe right on hand and you'll be ready to go. Thank you.
Wow.